Okay, so we are on Unit 4 on page 128. Okay, so basically what this unit means is we are using the equations. So we've learned how to formulate equations from graphs and from tables. Okay, so what if we get given these equations and we need to solve certain problems? Okay, but the equations are given to us, we just need to solve certain problems. So the equations can be used directly without drawing up the tables or graphs. They provide accurate answers to a problem. Okay, so for instance, if we look at this example, it's on page 128. Okay, Sarah and her family plan a 21st B-Day party for her brother. The venue charges a minimum fee of 1,000 Rand. Okay, and then 80 Rand per person for a catered dinner. So they need to charge 1,000 Rand no matter how many people come, and then it's 80 Rand per person for the dinner. Okay, so the relationship can be given as C is equal to 1,000 plus 80N. Okay, so if we look at this equation, and let's just see what it's telling us. Okay, so they're saying the total cost, because C is the total cost. Okay, the total cost will be 1,000 Rand because it's a minimum fee of 1,000 Rand, no matter how many people come. Okay, plus the 80 Rand per person. So if there's 2 people that come, right, we have to pay the 1,000 Rand no matter if there's 2 or 5 or whatever, but then plus 80 Rand per person, so 80 times 2. Okay, so they give this to us. So N is number of guests. Okay, so we're doing problems if they give us the equation. Okay, so say now we get a question that says, what would the total cost be if 50 guests came? Okay, so I work out. So they say, what would the total cost be? So total cost, I said, was C, if 50 guests came. So this gives me my number of guests. Am I right? So now I just see where can I put all these values. Okay, so I write down my equation. So C is equal to 1,000 plus 80N. Okay, what would the total cost be? So the total cost we don't know. Okay, do we know the number of guests? Yes, we do. It's 50. So it's equals to 1,000 plus 80 times 50. Okay, so the C is what we're looking for. So this is 1,000 plus 80 times 50 gives me so it will be 4 sorry guys, I'm doing this without a calculator. So 80 times 50 so it will be 4,000. Okay, and then it's 1,000 plus 4,000, so that gives me 5,000 Rand. Okay, so my total cost, if 50 guests come, it will be 5,000 Rand. Okay, now it says, what would the number of guests be? So number of guests, okay, that's our N. B, if the budget was 6,000, so that's our total cost. Okay, so now I work out. I write down my formula, and I see what do I have and what don't I have. So the C, do I have my C value? Yes, I do. That's 6,000. Okay, it's equal to 1,000 plus 80. Do I have N? No. They want to know that. Like, how many guests will I be able to have if I only have 6,000 Rand? So I want the total cost to be 6,000 Rand and nothing more. Okay, so N is what I'm looking for. Now I just manipulate the formula. Okay, so the first thing in my way, so I want to get N by itself. So I've got 1,000 plus 80N. So the first thing I need to do is take this 1,000 to the other side. So it's 6,000 minus 1,000. It's equal to 80N. So that will give me 6,000 minus 1,000 gives me 5,000. It's equal to 80N. Okay, then to get n by itself, I've times by 80. So what do? Divide both sides by 80. So it will be 5,000 divided by 80, which will give me 62,5. Okay, is equal to n. Now this is the number of guests. Can I have 62.5 guests? No, I can't. So what did I say about rounding off? So it will be 62 guests, because I can't have 63 guests because that will go over budget, but I can't have 62.5. So I have to go only 62. Okay, so my number of guests will be 62 guests. Okay, let's do another example. So this example is on page 129. Okay, it says a high school arranges a bus. The total cost of the bus is 1,000 Rand. Okay, so the whole bus. So if I've got my bus, the whole bus, okay, if I want to rent it out, costs 1,000 Rand, and it holds 64 seats. Okay, so 64 learners. So the cost per learner is given as, and this is our equation that we're going to use. Okay, so if they're working out how much each learner has to pay, okay, so if we have the scenario that learners have to pay, the whole bus costs 1,000 Rand, okay, and I want to know for each learner how much they pay. So the total cost will be 1,000 divided by the number of learners, okay. So it's the same as with the DJ, like what you guys had with your Valentine's Day ball. If the DJ costs 1,000 Rand in total, if 2 people come, they would have to pay 500 Rand each. 3 people came, then it would be 1,000 divided by 3. Okay, the same with the bus. So I took 1,000, so the total cost, and I divided by how many people are in the bus. Okay, so it says, what will each learner pay if the bus is full? So what does that mean if the bus is full? So I said that the bus will only take 64 seats. So that means if the bus is full, there will be 64 learners. Okay. So I work out, so what will each learner pay? Okay, each learner pay, so that is cost. Okay, so that's my C. And if the bus is full, so this gives me how many learners, so N. Okay, so I write down my equation. So C is equal to 1,000 over N. So do I have my C? No, I'm looking for the C. Okay, so C. 1,000 divided by, do I have how many learners are in the bus? Yes, I do. I've got 64. Okay, so I work out how much is my cost in total. So 1,000 divided by 64 gives me 15,625. And what do I always say about money? It rounds off to 2 decimal places. So it will be 15,63. Okay, because we're looking at this one. So I take these two and I'm looking at this one, so it's 5, so I round up to 3, so 63. Okay, so I know each learner will pay 15 Rand and 63 cents. Okay, if it says if the cost per learner is 20 Rand, so I know the cost per learner, so that's my C. How many learners were on the bus? So how many learners? That's my N. Okay, so I write down my formula. So I want to know if the cost per learner was so much, then how many learners were actually on the bus. So my C, they said, was 20 Rand. Okay, 1,000 divided by, do I know my number of learners? No, I don't. That is what I'm working out. Okay, so now I want to get N by itself. Okay, so the first thing I do, because N is at the bottom, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to times both sides by N. Okay, so this gives me 20N is equal to 1,000. Okay, so I've basically taken N to that side. Alright, then I take 20 times N. So what do I need to do to get rid of the 20? I have to divide by 20. So it will be 1,000 divided by 20. So N will be 50. So I know that 50 learners need to be on the bus for it to be 20 Rand per person. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, so I want you guys to do exercise 13 and 14. Okay, this is on page 128. and 129. So exercise 13 is on 128 and exercise 14 is on 129. Please let me know if you understand this or not. I will give extra lessons if you guys do need.